Second graders became fluent with addition and subtraction using two-digit numbers, and they also began to work with addition and subtraction using three-digit numbers. This video will be an extension that will help build your third graders' number sense. Please be sure to visit and view our other videos that include strategies for addition and subtraction using base 10 blocks, drawings, place value, decomposing numbers, and number line. So today we're going to talk about a strategy called constant difference. This strategy is a great strategy to help students so they do not have to regroup. I will caution you, please be sure you pre-pick your problems because we want students to understand when it is an appropriate time to use this strategy and when a different strategy may be more appropriate. So here's our problem, 434 minus 127. So we can see that 127 is close to 130, and I would get there by adding 3. So I'm going to make that a friendly number by adding 3 to 127. Then I'm going to also add my 3 to my top number, which would give me 437. And so now I can subtract without using the regrouping. So if I think of my 437 minus 30, that's going to take me to 407. Then if I think of my 407 and I take away or subtract my 100, which second graders are comfortable doing, then that takes me to 307. So 437 minus 130 gives me 307 or equals 307. We want to think about subtraction as being the difference and how far apart one number is from another. So if I'm adding 3 here, then I also need to add 3 here to make my difference the same or my distance the same. All right, so now I can take this strategy and I can do it a different way. For constant difference, I added my numbers both at the beginning of my subtraction problem. Now I can do it and I can add my number 1 at the beginning and 1 at the end. So this is called adjusting one number. It's still a constant difference, but you're not changing both numbers at the same time. So again, I can take my 127 and add my 3, and that's going to give me 130. I'm going to keep my 434 the same, and that's going to give me my, if I do 434 minus 30, that equals 404. And then I take my 404 and I subtract my 100. That's going to equal my 304. But notice back, look back at my constant difference. My difference is different. Why is that? Because I did not add my second or my account for that difference of 3, so I need to add that back in at the end. And then my answer, or my difference, is 307. In second grade, they are familiar with subtracting groups of 10s and groups of 100 from a number, so this should not be difficult for students, hopefully. All right, so the two problems I just showed you demonstrated adding to adjust a number. Now I'm going to show you using subtraction to adjust a number. So my problem is 542 minus 105. So if I think about, so I don't have to regroup, I'm going to make my 105 a friendly number by subtracting 5, and that's going to make that number 100. So if I have my 542 minus my 100, again, second graders were very comfortable and confident doing this math. If I'm subtracting that 100 from 500, that leaves me my 442. And then I'm going to have to take away my 5 from that because I didn't do it in the beginning. If I decompose 5 into 2 and 3, then if I subtract 2 from 442, that gets me to 440. 440 minus 3 is going to give me my difference of 337. And that is my difference.